Top 5 Rap website. You already know what's going on. Another Friday live stream. How y'all doing today? I'm doing just fine. We gonna get through this long week. Actually, it was a short week because it was a Veterans Day holiday. But yeah, I'm ready to get this week over with. So anyway, Friday live stream. Y'all know how we do it first. For the new people to my live streams, I live stream Fridays at 7 p.m. California time. That's how we do things, just in case you're popping in. So first, what I like to do is go over the new videos that's on the channel. We got like 4 videos since last week. The whole Rory situation, Rory and Mal situation. We definitely got into that a little bit. Got 2 videos off for that. And also this video about, are there any rappers that are good people? So this is one of my videos where I really didn't do any edits. It was kind of just, stream of consciousness. Based on something I saw on Reddit that was just, I found very weird, right? So yeah, make sure y'all go watch that. Oh, and yeah, the Glorilla deserves Best Rap Album Grammy. So I posted this video last week instead of live streaming. I didn't live stream last week because I couldn't find any videos interesting enough to react to. Y'all know I don't really live stream and then just do topics, random topics. We watch a video, we talk about it, we talk crazy in the chat. We out of here in an hour usually. So anyway, that's how we do things. So I did want to, before I get into this video, which is, I actually don't have the video pulled up. It's called, or it's by a creator that I've never seen before actually, called People Are Over Rap Music. Here it is, by Janae Danielle. So I've never seen her before, but you look at her views. I mean, she got almost 500,000 on this video. So somebody know her, right? So we're gonna watch this video. I've actually already watched it, but I did find it very interesting. So we're gonna watch it again and I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on it. So something interesting did happen this week though. Before we get into the video, Steam, for all my gamers, I know I got a couple gamers in here. Steam dropped new hardware, or they're gonna drop new hardware, which I find very, I find this very exciting. So this is their, I guess, console PC called the Steam Machine. And it's interesting because I was actually in the process of building a PC. Like I'm on PC part picker. Like trying to build a PC, see what works, see what doesn't work, trying to get everything together. But like just based on my living situation, I don't know if I have room for a PC, like a proper PC. Shout out to the chat. Easy McCone and Black Rabbit. So I'm like, cause look, boom. So it's me and my girl. We got 2 bedrooms. One bedroom is the master bedroom. The second bedroom is like our office when we work from home. So like my workstation is built for streaming. I'm sitting at it right now, and it's built for like my work computer. It's not really space right here for PC. So I'm like, as I'm building this PC on PC Part Picker, I'm kind of like, where am I going to put this? And then you build the PC, then you got to get a monitor. I'm like, where, bro? I don't even know where I'm gonna put this, right? But I just know that I want to build a PC so I can get better performance out of my Steam Deck. Shout out to the Steam Deck. It's like one of my favorite pieces of technology that I've gotten in the last couple years. You can play any game on this. So anyway, Steam comes with this great invention, which is a Steam machine. It's a little box. It's basically a PC. It runs Linux, so you can run any OS that you want, operating system, Windows, whatever. I have room for this. I can sit this, it's small, it's a box, you can hold it in one hand. I was watching Linus Tech Tips, he was holding it in one hand. So I think this is great. This solves a huge problem for me, which was I want a PC to play better, to play games higher quality on my Steam Deck, but I don't have room. Well, I have room for it, but I would just have to move a lot of stuff around, which I'm not trying to do. So yeah, this was like a very exciting news for me today. I got mine already made, but my uncle taught me how to take it apart and put it back together. Yeah, if you already have a PC and like you're running like a 9060 or something, the Steam machine probably ain't gonna be better than the PC you already built. And if you built the PC like Black Rabbit, you can swap out your GPU, you could swap things out, your motherboard, and upgrade the PC as technology improves. So this is probably not for you. But for me, someone who doesn't already have a PC, all I have is a PS5 and a Steam Deck. This was made for me, I feel like. Yeah, you know what I mean? So anyway, that was just very exciting news. I had to let people know about that. I feel like, because there was people, I was reading some comments and they're like, yo, the specs on this thing, it's only 4 cores and this ain't even stronger than my PC. Yeah, bro, if you already have a gaming PC, yes, this is not really for you now, is it? But then some people were like, yo, I got a gaming PC, but that's upstairs in my man cave, downstairs in my man cave. I'm gonna put this in the living room. So anyway, I thought this was exciting news. So anyway, yo, back out of the gaming talk, back into the rap joints. We're reacting to this Janae Danielle, people are over rap music, and we all know why. I don't know, I actually do know her reasoning because I've watched it already. But a lot of people are making videos like this due to the word that there are no more rap songs in the Billboard Top 40. So you've seen a couple of videos like this. I even made one. Outer Thought says, yo, the Steam machine is fire, but it's easy to make an entry PC, bro. But I see what you mean. Yeah, it's easy and probably cheaper to make a... They haven't released the pricing for this, but I assume it's going to be like $800 for the base model and maybe like $1,200 for the like 1 terabyte. I just don't have anywhere to put a PC and an extra monitor. Well, I keep saying I don't have anywhere. I have a place to put it, but it's just not going to be convenient. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right. It is very easy to make a base model PC. And you could probably do it for like $700. For real. But anyway, we into this.
Music, y'all don't be saying nothing.
Let me go all the way to the beginning. So I know y'all haven't seen this video because I don't even think she's a hip hop creator.
Music is so fried, dyed, and laid to the side, baby. We don't want to hear that no more. We don't want to hear how you can pop your cat, pop your cat. We don't want to hear that.
Well, y'all wanted to hear it at some point. So she's saying, yo, Cootie Music, AKA Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red. She says it's on the way out. We ain't trying to hear that. Yo, are the girls fed up with this? I don't know. Let's see.
Rap is an art form. You are supposed to be saying something. When I hear y'all music, y'all don't be saying nothing.
Rap is cool and all.
That's a fact.
It's getting outplayed, bro. It talk about hoes, money, killing. Bro, I don't want to hear that every day, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. See, I guess this is something that I mention in my videos every so often. Like subject matter in rap. Who's rapping about what? I think the last time I really spoke about it at length was about the GNX album and those features and how like they don't be rapping about shit. But I don't need. I can enjoy rap like that. Cootie rap, as she calls it. You know, my album of the year is a Tia Korean joint, where she's just rapping about sex for like 70% of the album, right? All of her punchlines are about sex, but she's lyrical and she has many styles. I can listen to it, but the art has to be, it has to be really high quality for me to listen to something like that. Shout out Zero in the chat. It just now popped up in my recommended. Hell yeah. That's because I'm live streaming it. So you probably watch a lot of my videos and then, yeah, they recommended hers because we're reacting to it. Biggest issue in rap is that it's far disconnected from hip hop. Yeah, that's going to go over a lot of heads, Zero. The difference between rap and hip hop.
I am tired of the shaking. Like, I'm tired of seeing that. Can we bring back real music videos with real creativity?
The song is called Kissing You.
Yeah, I was watching something earlier. She said, yo, we tired of the cheek shaking in videos. I don't really watch, I don't really listen to, I don't want to say I don't listen to female rap, but like Lotto and all that, I don't listen to that. But apparently she's one of the premier people. But I was watching something earlier. Ice Spice, I don't even know if this is real, but they're making a new SpongeBob movie. The SpongeBob movie. Search for SquarePants. I might have to watch that, you know, because I'm a long-time SpongeBob watcher. The first, like, 5 seasons. Then it got weird. But apparently Ice Spice is on this soundtrack. And where's the video, like the promo video? Is she shaking her ass in the, here it is. This ain't it. There's a video where she was literally shaking her ass. Is this it right here? Here it is. We're gonna turn the volume off. And this is for the SpongeBob movie, bro. Like, are you serious? This is a kid's movie, man. Somebody please tell me this is AI. This is how we no, Nickelodeon, this is how we promoting the Ice Spice song on a SpongeBob soundtrack. Yeah, this is what, and y'all know, I've reacted to Ice Spice music before. I put on a Nike Tech just for the Ice Spice reaction. I'm not mad at Ice Spice in general. She write her own stuff. It's not that good, but she writes it. But this is wild and inappropriate. Like, yo, you gotta have, like, she gotta have a different move, signature move. She performed on stage shaking ass. In the video, shaking ass. Now you got this huge look on, allegedly, I still don't believe this, but apparently you got a huge look on a huge Nickelodeon SpongeBob movie. And you shaking ass in that too? I don't get that. The promo video is rated G. Yeah, okay, so there was another promo video, but why even put this out? Yo, this has to be like, someone put this together. This wasn't co-signed by Ice Spice for this to come out like this. It's an edited video? Okay, yeah, it's an edited video, facts. Okay, cool. Because I was watching this like, no way. Anyway, we back into it.
It's about wanting to be with somebody so bad that it's just like kissing you is more than enough. And she took that and made pop that right here.
I've been noticing something off about rap music lately. And I'm not a music critic, okay? We're not about to sit here and talk about mumble rap or flows. What we're getting into is way bigger than that. Because people used to turn up to rap. Not only because it sounded good, but because it felt good too. Well, today, instead of turning up, a lot of people are turning down the volume.
Are we really? I gotta see it to believe it. When I go out, I still hear people bumping rap music, to be honest. But yeah, hip hop, rap music, some of the first songs like drew heavily from disco. It was very much party music.
From female rappers asserting their dominance through sex to male rappers asserting theirs through violence, it's like every time a new rap song drops, we already know what it's gonna sound like. And not just
we gotta put this at 1.25 speed.
The music, but
and that is true, yeah. One of my biggest issues is a lot of this stuff sound the same. The rap music, a lot of it is like the same, bro. Moneybagg Yo, Kevin Gates, all these generic dudes who I don't even remember their names. When Luther's video dropped, the reaction from people told me that R&B was going to have its biggest year. And what happened? R&B caught the mainstream's attention again. Yeah, R&B, I think also is in a strange place. I don't really keep up super heavily with it, but I think R&B is in a similar situation to where it's super overly sexualized, which there's always going to be like some sexualization in R&B, but a lot of like the older R&B, it's still heavily sexual, but it's covert. It's covert. It's not just coming out saying like, yo, I want to eat you up and all this. It's a lot more covert, a lot better writing. You know what I mean? Subtle.
Or the lack of.
Yeah, and I'm glad Easy McConan said that in the chat. Every underground artist is the same. The beats, the bars, the fashion. I wouldn't say they're all the same, but I definitely get what you're saying. Because when I make these critiques about rap, people will say, oh, you just need to listen to the underground guys. Bro, they be sounding the same too. 2020, 2021, what was it? It was the drumless beats, the Griselda stuff, the Nicholas Craven, Derringer beats. Like, bro, everybody, especially coming out the East Coast, they was all doing a very similar sound. You know, Crime Apple, Ruggs. We already said Griselda. Rock Marcy also helped pioneer that. Your Ransom, y'all all doing the same stuff. Like, it's very, very similar. Hip hop got a human culture that goes beyond the music industry, so I don't know if it's going to die, to be honest. It's up to the younger generation. Do they want to continue it or not?
In today's video, we're going to look at how and why rap became predictable, performative, and empty, and also why so many people are tired of it. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy.
Oh, this for the girls. Like, are we supposed to be watching this?
I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. But right before we break this down, I want to take a quick second to thank today's sponsor, Pair Eyewear. They make it so.
Yo, shout out to the sponsor, but you know, we gonna skip this. Salute though. Pay them bills.
Both men and women were.
Shout out to Jay Worthy. Jay Worthy got some stuff that I like. He got a collab album with Currency called Umbrella Symphony. But he's not that great at rap, you know what I mean? He's cool, but he's not like, you know what I mean?
That rap started in places like Harlem,
bars don't be there,
in neighborhoods that were overlooked, underfunded, and almost forgotten.
This is Harlem, a place almost everybody has heard of, but where most outsiders have never been.
Dang, that's what Harlem look like?
Every problem that plagues this country is represented here, and you can find it all within a few blocks of this rooftop.
Is this Geraldo Rivera?
Families, rampant street crime, the worst housing this side of Calcutta, alcoholism, street gangs, and the worst plague.
Oh, this place look terrible. This the place Dipset be rapping about, Harlem? This look terrible.
But Harlem, even the pits of Harlem, is a story so much larger than just junk and junkies.
So in these places where people didn't have much, but they still had something to say.
Curtis Blow, this Curtis Blow, right? Hold on, let me go back. That's Curtis Blow right here? I think that's Curtis Blow. This is before my time. Slightly unrelated but relevant, not said enough. EDM and all of its DJs and festivals don't pay enough homage to hip hop or the house/techno. Yeah, I agree. I remember when I was in college when EDM was like huge. Like, who was a big EDM person in college? Porter Robinson, Skrillex. I would tell them, yo, EDM comes from, a lot of it at the time was like trap music, the hi-hats, but it comes from house and techno. People will be like, no. Then I'll play some trap music. I remember I played Love Sosa, just the beat. They thought it was EDM. Because at a certain point, what was it called? Dubstep. Or not dubstep. It was some derivative of EDM that drew heavily from trap music. I played the Love Sosa beat. They was like, oh, this is fire. What DJ is this? Dummy is Chief Keef, Young Chop on a beat. I keep telling y'all, yo, that's why you can't, that's why when I have music conversations, I just do it on YouTube. You're talking to casuals, it's just gonna get you angry.
Something to say, rap became the voice that mainstream media never cared to give them.
In this, this section of the city, not too many families can afford music lessons and things like that. Kids have no place to take music anymore. So in Bronx, what happened was that they figured out a new form of music that didn't take any music lessons, and that is
Tiesto was another big, for sure.
Using poetry in a rhythm.
Their lyrics were filled with a range of topics from race, social class, and politics. And what made it powerful was...
Well, let's not just act like it was all socially correct messaging back then. There was a lot of party music in the beginning. And once you got to the 80s, again, there are people who out there who know a lot more about 80s hip hop than me. But then that's when a lot of the street elements started getting introduced to it. Kool G Rap, Kool Moe Dee, Too Short, DJ Quake, you know, came along, I think tail end of the 80s or something like that.
That it felt lived in.
I think it was Chuck D who said, you know, it's the CNN of the Black community. It's actually reporting on all of these things that we've experienced in poetry form and musical form.
The Public Enemy. That's a great group right there. I still feel like Public Enemy don't get the props they deserve. Without Public Enemy, without Chuck D, I don't think we get Ice Cube, you know, rapping Ice Cube. I think he still would have gone to do something creative. But Ice Cube drew heavily from Chuck D. You could just hear it in how he raps.
You had rappers like KRS-One or Ice Cube calling out systems.
Ice Cube.
Yes.
Sue from Illinois asked why people are picking on you. Why?
KRS-One with that weird ass song 13 and Good. Weird ass song. Electronic music was good anyway. Shout out XVR Gaming in the chat. Electronic music is it has its place. I listen to a good amount of electronic music, but I always like the trap influenced stuff more. I like my stuff heavily influenced by hip hop because I like hip hop drums. I love the drums in hip hop. I can do drumless hip hop, but I love the drums. This is why I love D'Angelo's music. Really, any neo soul. They're taking hip hop drums and putting it on R&B. That's pretty much what neo soul was. I mean, if you just want to describe it in one sentence, R&B, but with hip hop drums. Perfect.
They pick on black artists when, say, the heavy metal artists advocated all sorts of weird things anyway. Why do you think people...
Cube being MAGA still hurts? When you say being MAGA, you got to define what you mean. Shout out F in the chat, though. Because Cube may have, I don't know if he voted for Trump. I know he like visited the White House or something. But I think being MAGA and then voting Republican are different. Being MAGA is like a cult. Like you're just obsessed with Trump and you can't see the flaws in his nature. Voting Republican is something totally different. And I think F in the chat, thanks for that chat, but I think you will be surprised. I don't know if you're black or not, but you will be surprised how many black people hold conservative views, but vote Democrat anyway. Socially conservative, but vote Democrat anyway. I would say most black people are in America, black Americans. I can't speak like for the immigrant population. I don't know like enough about them. But most black Americans are fiscally, financially liberal, like Democrat. Like we're pro social safety nets like welfare, like EBT, WIC. A lot of this stuff was pioneered by the Black Panther Party. So a lot of black Americans were fiscally liberal. But I think a shocking amount of, well, not shocking to me, but to a lot of y'all, you'll find out a shocking amount of black Americans are socially conservative. Like you're not gonna meet a lot of black people who are like, yeah, take all the guns away, which is like a liberal talking point. You're not gonna meet a lot of black people who are like, yeah, open all the borders and let everybody in. You're not gonna, I think a lot of people would be shocked. And it's especially if you black and you ask your grandparents or something, they are very much more conservative. So yeah.
I'm a young black man with very strong views, and I'm not the only one that hold these views about the system.
And you also had women like MC Lyte and Queen Latifah
MC Lyte
on respect, identity, and womanhood.
While we're familiar with Salt and Pepper, Roxanne Shante and MC Lyte, there's a
MC Lyte. What song was I listening to by MC Lyte? Where she was like, funky, fresh, dressed, ready. What'd she say? I forget, funky, fresh, something. MC Lyte isn't something like that. I think it was Self-Destruction, her verse on Self-Destruction.
a long list of ladies who helped set the foundation for others. The founding female MCs of hip-hop were investing their sweat and rhymes alongside their male counterparts to create a new subgenre within the culture.
And you weren't just hearing what they thought, but you were hearing what they'd been through. Now, as more...
I think really the point that Janae Danielle, the lady who's doing this video, the point she's making, I think, without really saying it, is back earlier in hip hop, you know, the 80s, the 90s, there was more diversity. Yeah, you had the MC Lyte over here, you had the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff over here. You have Public Enemy over here. You got Cube, who's like a derivative of Public Enemy over here, but Cube is more he's more street with it. So he's going to like sometimes advocate for violence, but then sometimes he's going to be political. Chuck D was never advocating for violence like that, you know. I don't know, unless it was against politicians. I don't know. Elvis was a hero to most. But anyway, I think the point she's making is there's way more diversity. Whereas nowadays in hip hop, the stuff that's in the mainstream is all pretty much the same topics. This is how she started the video off. The chicks are all rapping about cooter. The men are all rapping about drug dealing and violence. And that's pretty much the breadth of mainstream hip hop. Then you get people like Kendrick. This is why people love Kendrick. He's mainstream, but he's never really had to compromise his message that much. So his stuff is on the radio, but it's socially conscious. This is why people love Kendrick and Cole like that. I mean, there are very few artists in the modern times who have been able to do that. What was that comment about New Jack Swing? What did that say? Hold on, let me see. Mainstream was more diverse, but hip hop today is way more diverse. I would have to ask an old head. What is the old? If we got any old heads in the chat, let us know. Was hip hop more diverse in the 80s or 90s, or is it more diverse today? I can't answer that. You could say New Jack Swing is R&B with hip hop drums. New Jack Swing, yeah, I don't know if I would say like hip hop drums, because the New Jack Swing drums, they're more sped up. Like New Jack Swing is taken from like a dance, almost electronic genre. And yeah, they're also using a lot of hip hop influence, especially in the way they deliver their lyrics. Yeah, you're right. I see it online and just outside in general. Yeah, facts. The artists used to have actual opinions and thoughts on stuff. Yeah, they will put it in their music a lot more. Nowadays, I think artists in hip hop, you know, rappers specifically, they still have thoughts and opinions on things, but they just say it on social media as opposed to putting it in their music a lot of the times. Now all you get is a nice beat and background noise bars. That's what I'm saying. Hip hop doesn't have a revolutionary spirit anymore. I think the corporate, I'm gonna F this word up. The corporatization, got it. The corporatization of hip hop has kind of sucked a little of the revolutionary spirit, out of hip hop. And this is why I made that video, was like, where I was like, yo, hip hop falling off the charts? Good. Because now we can get back to some of the basics, man. Let's get back to what this is really about. Nate says, self-destruction is a classic verse. It's unfortunate that MC Lyte got exposed for having ghostwriters. I do think she performed those verses well, since she does have a great voice, flow, and delivery. Yeah, MC Lyte, for me, I respect what she do. I think she's come out and said, she's admitted to having ghostwriters, right? The whole 10% diss, well, how does that go? Yeah, somebody else wrote that, or parts of it. And then, yeah, her verse on self-destruction, LL Cool J came out and said he wrote that way back in the day.
Self-destruction, I wrote MC Lyte's part.
I don't know what MC Lyte did to piss LL Cool J off back then, for him to go on national TV and just be like, yo, by the way, I wrote her verse, by the way.
Self-destruction, I wrote MC Lyte's part.
Yeah. Yo, the expose out of nowhere is crazy.
But see, I didn't want to be in it because I didn't have a record out for a long time, and I don't want the first time you hear me is you hear me over that music, self-destruction. You know, it's too, I can't.
LL Cool J, the record was probably too serious for him, for his image, for his brand. He had a different brand image at the time, I guess. Again, this is all before my time. I just be watching random stuff on YouTube. This is how I come across this stuff. But yeah, he don't want to be like, yo, I've been out of hip hop for so long. Now when I come back, I'm on some super conscious rap. This is not what I'm rapping about normally. So I don't want people to think of me like that.
I
You want
couldn't
to do
do it, so I
rather
wrote
something
MC
that
Light's
is,
part.
that is
I
constructive
wanted to put
and
my
happy.
input in without having to be on the record. So I did it that way, and I didn't even ask for no credit. I ain't get no money. I told them not to tell nobody, so most people
Yeah, I told him not to tell nobody, as I tell everybody on national TV.
think, oh, LO thought he was too big to be on self-destruction. I wrote MC Light's part from the heart, you know. It was cool.
Is
you know
that
what I'm saying?
because you...
He kind of talked like Jay-Z a little bit too. Now, is LL Cool J from Brooklyn? He got to be from Brooklyn because he sounds just like Jay-Z. He's from Bay Shore. I don't know where that is. But yeah, crazy work. LL is the real GOAT. LL, if you know, LL get left out of a lot of top rapper lists. But yeah, LL, I would have to do again, 80s rap is not my bag. But LL, from what I know, a lot of firsts. He was a lot of firsts. He was, I think, one of the first hugely commercially successful rappers. Him, Run DMC. Who came first, LL or Run DMC? And yeah, he's writing verses for people. He's writing his own verses. And LL had longevity. He had like a song called Head Sprung in the 2000s. Everybody get their head sprung. So that's like almost 20 years. LL, realistically, if you're trying to make a top 10 list, top rappers list, as objective as possible, not just your favorites, if you try and be objective, LL has to fall in the top 10. He has to. Am I wrong in thinking that? Maybe top 5. You know what I mean? It's more diverse. Hip hop is more diverse now, but it's not quality diversity. Yeah, I think just based on the fact that there are more rappers, it's more diverse. But yeah, I agree. It's not like super quality. Even the underground, I don't find the underground hip hop super quality like that. I find actually a lot of it samey. You got like the Earl Sweatshirt Mike crowd who are making like super distorted music, off-kilter flows. You got the Griselda East Coast crowd who are doing the drumless, joints, gun bars. You got the West Coast crowd who is just making like party, turn up and gangbanging music. The quality is not there for me all the way yet. But then I hear rappers like Tia Corinne and she has a lot of styles and I'm like, yeah, we need more of this. Like back then you had good music in all the subgenres. Now there's a lot of subgenres, but not all subgenres have good music. Yeah, I could agree with that. Zero said I'm not old enough to answer that question, but when we were going ham on Bear Share while looking for 80s and 90s music, a lot of people wanted to sound like what was hot. Yeah, I see that too. Oh, Jeremy Booth said hip hop was way more diverse in the 90s. There weren't trends and trendsetters that everyone followed. There were pioneers and individuals. Yeah, I think in the 90s, based off just what I hear in the music, it was not acceptable to copy someone else, right? There's a skit on what album is that? Is it 36 Chambers or Cuban Links? It's one of the Wu-Tang albums where Ghostface is dissing Biggie for being a baby on his album cover. You know, the Ready to Die album cover. It's Biggie as a baby. See, Ready to Die Biggie. It's a skit. It's on Cuban Links, actually. It's called Shark Biters. So here's Biggie. Ghostface is dissing Biggie. Like, yo, you copying Nas. The album covers don't even look the same. It's Nas as a baby on his cover and then Biggie as a baby. But even something like that small, it was unacceptable back then.
Ears were able to experience rap, that's when things started to change. Fast forward to the 90s, and rap had started to grow from a neighborhood sound to a cultural movement.
Within a few years, it had become an underground cultural movement, and its distribution was homemade.
You couldn't purchase albums or records, and you couldn't hear hip-hop on the radio. The only way that you could participate in the culture musically was through these cassette tapes, which was...
Yeah, that's the real underground trade, Again, my old heads in the chat, y'all gotta let me know, how was that era? Before, like when hip hop was popular, or it was known, but it wasn't on the radio. So you had to trade tapes and stuff. How was that? I don't know.
Circulate all throughout the city.
As its influence deepened and broadened, the music spread from the underground onto the radio.
As rap got bigger...
Radio, first hip hop radio station, first all hip hop radio station. A lot of people will probably think it's in New York. Red Alert, Kool Herc, first all hip hop radio station. It's actually from LA. K-Day. Shout out Greg Mack. Y'all was so close to getting the Greg Mack interview. This would have been like 2018 or something. We was in conversations, but it just never fell through. Shout out Greg Mack though. Vlad got an interview, and Vlad should interview Greg Mack because that's a hip hop legend.
It got more commercial. The stories were still raw, they were still coming from the streets, but now the world was watching and adapting. This is also when artists like Lauryn Hill and Nas stepped onto the scene. Lauryn even won Album of the Year at the Grammys, which was unheard of at the time for a rapper.
And the album of the year is
Whitney Houston.
The Miseducation.
You could hear everybody wanted Lauryn Hill to win. He's saying, yo, Album of the Year is... People shouting, Lauryn Hill, it better be Lauryn Hill.
At the time for a rapper.
Yeah, this should have won, right? This is an amazing album. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, amazing album.
And the album of the year is The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill.
So this is a big moment for hip hop because she won Album of the Year, not Rap Album of the Year. Album of the Year, which means she beat other subgenres, which I don't know if that's happened before then or after. But also, this is a part of the corporatization of hip hop, right? It's a great hip hop moment because this is an amazing album. But this is also a moment that's a part of the corporatization of hip hop. You're talking about sounding the same? There were only like 4 flows in the 80s and 90s. Nah, facts. Yeah, the 1980s flows was crazy. In the 90s, there was a lot more flows. But yeah, in the 80s, yeah, they had like one flow. The party people in the place to be. Yeah, they didn't have that many flows back then. Even though on pirate radio, people sounded like the major artists of the time. Rakim, Kane, G-Rap sounded absolutely nothing like Run DMC. Chamizier is telling y'all got to debate it out. Again, 80s hip hop is not really my specialty. I know a little bit. I know the NWA, the EPMD. I know a little bit of Run D. I know a little bit, like they hits. I don't know like they album cuts. I know a little bit of Cool G-Rap and DJ Polo. So I can't really speak. I can't really speak at length about it.
Amen. Wow, this is crazy because this is hip hop music, and you know what I mean? It's like,
Rappers were getting record deals. Music videos were.
And Lauryn Hill, I'll debate you on that because Miseducation, there's rapping on that. We'll take the W, but that's more of an R&B album than it is a rap album, which is probably why it won the Grammy. It's not a fully. She's not rapping on every song on that album, or even on majority of the songs. Most of that album is R&B. Facts.
We're hitting TV stations like MTV and BET, and labels started realizing there was real money in this. But with that kind of attention...
And that's the issue. Labels started realizing there's real money in this, and that's the issue that we're having today. Now the labels, she just explained to us how it was so musically diverse in the early stages. Now we're at the transitionary period. Lauryn Hill wins Album of the Year. Labels are seeing there's more cash in this than they initially thought. Fast forward to today, the labels are influencing what music is hot, which music gets put on the radio, and therefore ends up on Billboard. And we have a whole bunch of same sounding degenerate music. This is why when people say, yo, hip hop is falling off the charts, I said, good. Give us back our art form. Let the real ball knowers appreciate hip hop and make hip hop. And y'all can go corporatize country music or something else like that. This is why I feel that way.
Came an image.
Shout out
The
Rap
industry
Samples in the
started
chat.
Pushing what a rapper was supposed to look and sound like. And
Rakim.
that's when things really started to shift, especially for women rappers.
She didn't look like a typical music star.
Oh, Missy.
You look at TV and you like, okay, I don't see no big woman on this TV, where the big girls.
And she don't come up enough in top 5 female rapper conversations. Missy Elliott, Nicki gotta be number 1, right? Because she's like one of the few female rappers that has never had ghostwriter accusations confirmed. She's got more longevity than everybody. She's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. She leads all women rappers in every single category. Longevity, #1 albums, hit singles. Like how Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is like #1 in every stat. Or LeBron, I guess now. That's Nicki. So Nicki got to be on there. Missy Elliott, though, I think gets left off a lot. I'm sad we might not get another Miseducation. I'm just glad we got the first one. Lauryn Hill, she's been active though. It was a long time where Lauryn Hill she wasn't touring. It was like, where is Lauryn Hill? Like the Lil Wayne bar, where is Erykah Badu at? Where is Lauryn Hill? But she's active. She does shows nowadays. Maybe she'll come out with an album. She was on that Nas album, King Disease 3. She was at the Hip Hop 50 with Nas. Anytime Lauryn Hill does something hip hop, she seems to come out with Nas. Yeah, she do her shows, you know, when she shows up to them. Yeah, Maddox said the same thing I did. Yeah, Miseducation, not really a rap album. It's mostly R&B. I mean, this is a fact. I've done a video on it. I literally counted every single rap verse on the album and then put it out statistically. And I even gave Lauryn Hill, I gave her like the song what was that song called? Every Ghetto. Even though that's not a rap song, I was like, she's kind of rapping the verses. We'll give her those verses. Miseducation is an R&B album with some rapping on it. This is just the facts of it. It's sad. Oh, I already read that one. My question for hip hop is, did the inclusion of the Beastie Boys or the commercialization run of Run DMC's Adidas plant seeds of the demise of hip hop? What the Beastie, I think the Beastie Boys, again, old heads correct me, but I don't find the Beastie Boys to be an issue. Right? They just seem like white dudes who enjoyed hip hop. But yeah, the Run DMC Adidas thing, yeah, that's kind of little seeds planted to commercialize it a little bit. That's like the corporations testing the waters of hip hop. Is it profitable? Okay, well, Adidas sponsorship here and there. Okay, now put them with Aerosmith. Okay, it might be something to this thing. See, I don't think making money off hip hop is a bad thing. It's when the corporations start to control it that makes it a bad thing. I'm not mad at a rapper for getting an Adidas deal or like MC Hammer on commercials or Ice Cube doing the whole beer sponsorship, St. Ides. Nicki's a better rapper, but I definitely enjoy Missy catalog more than Nicki. Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of Nicki personally. I've heard pretty much all of her music, but she's not someone I listen to. Missy Elliott though, me, I'm super fly. I listen to a lot of Missy.
I don't see no big women on the TV, you know. Where the big girls at?
Yet Missy Elliott became one of the industry's most successful figures.
Artists like Missy Elliott came onto the scene and she pushed the boundaries without hypersexualizing herself. But a lot of artists were still...
You can't say hypersexualizing. I done said it a lot during this live stream, so we get shadow banned. That's my fault.
Still trapped in that marketable look that labels knew would sell. The men were pushed to be flashier, more aggressive, controversial, even sometimes violent.
Everybody got to be a dope boy. You feel me? Everybody got to be everybody.
Little Scrappy.
Everybody got to be a gangster and everybody got to be hard.
I think he do love and hip hop now.
The women were pushed to be more provocative, glamorous, and seductive. Lil' Kim may have cracked the door open, but by the late 2000s, Nicki Minaj kicked it down.
Yeah.
She started turning sex appeal into a brand strategy.
Well, Nicki is like the first female rapper that I know of to rap for women. Like she's making her music for women. With Lil' Kim, there's a little bit of that, but like a lot of the previous female rappers, they were kind of just piggybacking off the men. Like Lady of Rage, that's a female rapper, but the music is like for men who already enjoy G-Funk, Daz, Dre. Okay, you're gonna listen to Lady of Rage too. Same with Yo-Yo. You listen to Cube and you listen to this other stuff, you're probably gonna like Yo-Yo. Nicki is the first female rapper that I know of who was like with the Pink Friday album. This album is for women, period. If I'm wrong on that, y'all correct me in the chat. Dana Dane, Salt and Pepper. Okay, just Salt and Pepper. I was gonna say Salt and Pepper rap. Do we consider Salt and Pepper rappers? Dana Dane. When corporations manufacture a rapper, kind of like 2017 Drake or 2018 Travis Scott, I don't think those were manufactured. I think they were definitely chosen by the industry to push them further. But like 2017 Drake, he already was who he was at that point, right? Lauryn Hill's good at picking beats. She picked a lot of the good joints for the Fuji albums. That first Fuji album is terrible. Blunted on Reality, terrible. Never enjoyed Nicki except for like 5 features. Yeah, I'm not a huge Nicki listener, to be completely honest. Yeah, Salt-N-Pepa had a DJ, okay. Again, 80s is my blind spot. So I know the Supersonic, and I probably know maybe a couple other Salt-N-Pepa songs. But if they was on their album spitting bars, my fault, Salt-N-Pepa. I think Salt-N-Pepa was one of the first to really gauge their music for a more female audience, but men definitely did gravitate to them. Okay. Educate me, man. Educate me. Push It is a bona fide class. Oh yeah, I know. Push It. Yeah, I guess they are rapping, huh? Yeah, some of them was rapping. Okay.
She became.
I just never looked. Why did I never look at Salt-N-Pepa as rappers? But I also didn't really listen to their music like that. I never really dove deep into a Salt-N-Pepa album. So, yo, that's why we here, man. Wasn't Queen Latifah strictly doing women empowerment rap though? Yeah. Women empowerment. Yeah, she was doing empowerment raps for sure. The whole UNITY, who you calling a bitch and all this. Okay.
The blueprint that a lot of female artists seem like they have to follow today.
Although Nicki's lyrics could get as
FD, shout FD Signifier. Every female rapper today
kicked it down. She started turning sex appeal into a brand strategy. She became the blueprint that a lot of female artists seem like
every female rapper today, like 95% of them, is a son of Nicki. They are directly influenced by Nicki. You can see it. This is Nicki's original like haircut when she came out. Except Nicki's was, how did Nicki have her hair? Pink? And she wear it pink like this. The way they do their makeup, like how Nicki was kind of like a carbon copy of Lil' Kim in a lot of ways. I say 95% of the mainstream female rappers is a carbon copy of Nicki. How they rap, how they change their voice, and how they look. This is a fact. I wasn't even a Nicki listener like that either. Yeah, I do like that Your Love song. Shorty, I'ma only tell you this once, you the illest. That's fire. I couldn't name a Nicki bar. So you know the song Monster by Kanye. You can name a Nicki bar off of there. Conch said, name one Nicki bar. I just told you. Shorty, I'ma only tell you this. You that.
They have to follow today.
Although Nicki's lyrics could get as raunchy as any female rapper, she kind of pioneered sexual raunch on a record in service of her, as opposed to servicing others. I think if you go back and listen to Lil' Kim's raunchy work and her presentation of on record, Kim mostly positions herself as a object and a receiver of sexual desire by her male fans.
Well, because Lil' Kim wasn't writing her raps like that. It was a dude writing her raps. So yeah, even though Lil' Kim is spitting the raps, a man is writing a lot of them, right? Allegedly. I'm going off what I've read, the research I've done. Lil' Kim, if you didn't have ghostwriters, my fault, but that's not what I heard. So yeah, if a dude is writing your rhymes, yeah, he's going to be rapping like you're the object. Whereas Nicki's writing her own rhymes. She's rapping about sex like she's in control.
Male peers. But Nicki was like, no, you all are here to please me and are here for my pleasure, which was transgressive at the time.
So it wasn't.
Yeah, Nicki gets credit because she writes her bars, at least she says. Yeah, I think if Nicki didn't write her own bars, see, for a long time, people thought her ex-boyfriend, Safari, was writing her raps. But then they had like a huge breakup. If he was actually writing her raps, it would have came out right then. But I think Safari even went on the Breakfast Club and was like, yo, I never wrote her raps. Like I never had to. You know what I mean? So I think that's dope. If Nicki's writing her own raps. If it's true. It ain't been exposed yet. Nicki's one of the most hated rappers out there. You know, she got fan wars like crazy. The Cardi and Nicki fans, fan wars. They would have exposed it by now, I would think. Doja Cat, unfortunately, is the most the most talented female rapper of all time? I think so. I think Doja Cat is definitely up there. I think Tia Corinne has a chance in terms of just talent, not like sales and Grammys. Doja Cat is like a derivative of Nicki though. So Doja Cat takes a lot of what Nicki was doing, but Doja Cat takes it to the next level. Like when you hear Nicki on Starships, like that pop record, Starships, it's like a very base level generic pop record. One of her first pop records, right? Not too many risks taken on that song. But then you listen to Doja Cat's pop records like Say So. This is like a monster pop record, layered. It's like to the T, perfect pop record. So yeah, Doja takes what Nicki was doing, but she like elevates it. I did a video on it like a couple years ago. I was like, yo, if Lil' Kim is a Pokemon reference, so if you ain't watched Pokemon, I'm sorry. But yo, Lil' Kim would have been like Bulbasaur, or we'll say Charmander. Lil' Kim would have been Charmander. Nicki is like the evolved form of Kim. So she's like Charmeleon. And then Doja Cat is the evolved form of Nicki, so Doja Cat's like Charizard. I don't know how many people in the chat's gonna understand what I just said.
Just about the music anymore, it was the full package. Labels wanted songs that could chart, but rappers had to be more than just rappers. They had to sell the whole image. You had to have the big chains, the big butts. And suddenly it wasn't just about what you were
Well, you don't have to have that, right? Kendrick don't have big chains. J. Cole don't have big chains. I was watching I think it was like on a female rap room. Some lady, she was complaining about, yo, why do women rappers have to have choreo and makeup and hair and nails and all this? But then male rappers can just go in a video in a t-shirt and jeans and shoot a video in their house. Like, why do women rappers have to do so much more? And everybody was like, yo, you don't have to do anything. I think the female audience demands that from female rappers. I think they demand like, yo, choreo, your hair better be laid, your nails done, yo, you got a designer, what you got on Michael Kors, we ain't messing with you, it need to be Dolce, it need to be Chanel. I think the women demand that from rappers. But I don't think you have to do that. I was watching Tia Corinne just getting a lot of love this video. Because her album is fire. I was watching this Tia Corinne video. What song was that? I think it was a song with Puya. Puya. I didn't even know Puya was still rapping, so that's crazy. Here it is. I was watching this video, homie, before I get copyright. Was it this? It might not have been this, but she had some video. She had just had on a Jeezy Snowman t-shirt. You know the snowman shirt with the snowman, she had on a snowman t-shirt with some baggy jeans, bro. She signed to Interscope. So you don't have to do that. Francis Malone said something interesting about artists needing to be captivating visually, not just musically, because we got screens now instead of radio. There is a visual aspect to it, but we had screens back then. Like we had TVs. You know what I mean? People was on TVs. People was watching TV. But there is a visual aspect for sure. Roxanne Shante is my GOAT for female rap. She went head up with KRS and Run DMC. I hear a lot of good things about Roxanne Shante. She just ain't had the longevity. I can't put her in the top 5 because she ain't got the longevity. But she do got the classic records. You know, the Roxanne's. Wait, Roxanne Shante did Roxanne's Revenge, right? Didn't they have like a fake Roxanne that did a response to that or something like that? Nicki is Kim's baby. If Kim was Brenda and Pac's, Brenda's got a baby. Yo, what are you doing? What are you talking
It was
about?
about how you looked saying it. And that was the turning point because labels started figuring out what could sell. So over time, rap stopped feeling like a testimony and
I don't know if labels figured out what could sell because a lot of like the native tongues was selling back then, you know, and they wasn't on this type of stuff. I think labels started pushing what they wanted to push and started funding that to where the rappers are like, yo, these types of rappers doing this type of things are getting more funding from the label. So we're going to start doing that. I think the labels kind of like directed where they wanted rap to go.
started to become a product to sell.
I think a lot of it has to do with the rap game. I think rap music kind of like sold out the culture in the whole. A lot of rappers will be mad at me for saying this, but I don't care. The time I start hearing rappers tell me, yo, I don't rap for the sake of the culture. I don't rap for the art. Man, I rap for the dollars.
Yeah. Jay-Z was the first rapper I ever heard say that. If you ain't in it for the money, get out the game.
To me, a bad state to be in.
Today, rap is still one of the most popular genres of music, but when you really stop and listen, you start to question why. Now, the sound and the blueprint of rap have mainly stayed the same over the years.
Yeah.
Men rap about money, power, and women. Women rap about confidence, womanhood, and sexiness.
That's true. It's, you know, a lot of it is very similar. I think the real issue is one is this is pushed more than the other raps. Whereas more towards the beginning, before the super commercialization, everyone kind of had their own pools, different pockets, different sides of hip hop. Like one wasn't being artificially boosted more than the others.
But as the years go on,
I don't think Tribe has a diamond album, but a lot of the West Coast does. Who on the West Coast got a diamond album?
and the tracks continue to be produced, the message starts to get a little repetitive.
Everybody try to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them sounds.
Yeah, hibbity bibbity bibbity, yeah. Yeah, rap don't sound like that no more. But there was like a 2-3 year period was everybody was on that flow. Remember what I said earlier about the whole Ghostface, Shark Biters, Biggie diss. Biggie got dissed just for being a baby on his album cover because Nas had did it first. He wasn't even rapping like Nas. He just used this baby picture on his album cover like Nas did, and they still was on his head. Imagine if he was actually taking their flows. Nowadays, you could just take their flow. You could take their producer they work with, take their flow, and, you know, like Designer, the whole Panda stuff. We thought this was Future. Nobody was on Designer. Like, nobody gave him a hard time. Like, yo, you biting Future. He made a whole career out of that. It's crazy, man.
Because you're in the studio like, what's the #1 record right now? We need to make another one of those. Stop doing that. Stop.
Right.
You're not original. Give me some originals.
A new song will drop and it's about getting money, just like the last 20. Another verse about taking someone's girl or sleeping with another woman's man.
Facts.
Maybe having the nicest clothes or body in the room.
Like every single sentence
is
about booty, having leaking, flipping, twerking, and hunching. I mean, can we get real rap? Can we get real bars? It's prostitute rap.
I really mean this with no shit.
Ooh, she said it's, whoa, okay, she went all the way. Yo, I'm glad somebody said, if I said that, the women will be on me. They'll be like, you anti-black, you sexist, you racist. I get called a raccoon and all that. I'm glad she said it.
No, but don't y'all get tired of rapping about like drugs and drinking? It's the same topics like every single time. Don't y'all be living actual lives? Like, I know you have something more to rap about other than.
And dude saying this, he actually made me think about Andre 3000 and how Andre 3000 lacks the confidence to put out a solo album because he feels like, yo, what am I going to rap about? I think his words were like, what am I going to rap about? Going to the doctors or picking my kids up from school or something? Yes, nigga. Yes. Yes, Andre 3000. Bro, you're Andre 3000. You can make going to the doctor grown man rap. You can make picking up your kids grown man rap. You can rap about anything, bro. You're Andre 3000. You're a wordsmith. You're one of the best rappers of all time. I still actually may do that video because I do believe Andre 3000 lacks the confidence to release a rap album. Like, I think it's like a self-esteem thing. I think he thinks he lost it. I think he looks at his age and he's like, I can't do it anymore. You know, because Big Boy is, you know, the other half of Outkast, Big Boy still rap. Chico Dusty, like Big Boy still rap. Yes, man, we want to hear you rap about other topics. And yes, we believe you can make it sound interesting. Yeah, F in the chat said, yo, Andre 3000, low-key scared, love him though. Yo, we got love for Andre 3000, man. But it's a fact. What, you want to hear me rap about my prostate exam? Yes. well, not necessarily a prostate exam, but yeah, we want to hear about, you know, how your back is aching. You think you're the only one going through that? You don't think people who grew up listening to Outkast, who are also going through the same things you are, wants to hear some rap they can relate to? If you ain't gonna make it, who's gonna make it? I need to do a whole separate video on this, and it's gonna be over the Ether beat. You know, it's gonna be over Ether. Jay-Z was stealing lines from Big. What about all the other rappers who reuse Big lines? Well, Jay-Z reused a whole lot of Biggie lines. Go listen to the song Swagger Jacker by Cameron. Ain't no other king in this rap thing. What did he say? People think that's a Kendrick bar. You know, my little brother was making fun of me because I was listening to Jay-Z. He's like, you listen to this old rapper? Like, bro, you listening to Jay-Z. You don't listen to no new rap. And he was playing TV off, and he kept quoting that bar. Ain't no other king in this rap thing. I'm like, bro, you making fun of Jay-Z. Do you know where that Kendrick line comes from? It's from Jay-Z, who got it from Biggie. Come on, man.
Here's a quick thought for me, because I feel like a lot of people, they listen to music and they listen to the lyrics more than the music. And some people want to listen to those lyrics and they still want to relate in a sense, right? So when every rapper or even pop stars are speaking about their 10 cars and their jewelry,
we don't
worth
have
millions
that.
of dollars. I mean, read the room. Do you see the times we're living in? I'm not
right. Exactly. We ain't having 10 cars, jewelry, and then you rap about how you gonna F my chick. I don't want to hear rap like that, to be honest. I don't have 10 cars. I don't have $1 million worth of jewelry. And yeah, if you even try to touch my girl, it's gonna be an issue. I don't even know why other people want to listen to that. But you know, there's a huge audience for it, apparently. Jay-Z proved you can be middle-aged and drop a quality album. Yeah, and other rappers proved that before too. Ice Cube done dropped some decent albums in the early 2000s. Snoop. Yeah, Jay-Z with the 444 joint. Jay-Z really proved you can just rap about totally different topics though. I'm rapping about credit scores and all this. There's an audience for it, man. Trent said, did you like that Andre 3000 flute album? No. See, I listen to weird music like that. Like, I listen to ambient music. I listen to some Bon Iver. Listen to Fiona Apple. I listen to some jazz albums. Even like for a jazz album, even if I'm not grading that Andre 3000 flute album on a rap scale, from a jazz album, just freestyle, contemporary perspective, it's not better than a lot of stuff that I've heard. It's not. Bro is literally just freestyle. He's not like playing music. Like he's not reading music and playing it. Like it sounds literally freestyle. So no, I don't listen to that. And I won't listen to the next one that comes out if he makes a sequel. Andre 3000, I need you to do a separate video on that. Kendrick was low-key dissing New York while he flexing a Biggie bar. When Kendrick dissed New York? I was kind of upset watching that Outkast performance. I felt like 3 Stacks should have performed the songs with Big Boy. Yeah, Andre 3000, he got like a thing with rap. I don't know what thing he has with rap. To me, it comes across as low confidence in himself and his ability to make a good rap song at his age. That's how I perceive it. I don't know what it actually is to him, but that's how I perceive it. Nas still be dropping phenomenal material. Yeah, Nas's albums like the past, you take all Nas's albums the past 6 years, it's better than everything he's done since Stillmatic. Like Nas's run from Illmatic, It Was Written, Stillmatic, that's just untouchable. But that whole middle area, Nostradamus, I Am, all that, even his Life is Good album, what Nas has done in like the past 5-6 years is better than that. Nas is getting better. Working with different producers. Rapping about different topics. Come on. Condom rap, positivity. Condom rap. What is he talking about? Positivity rap and political conscious metaphysical raps have such small audiences and platforms. I think it will have a bigger audience if it had a bigger platform. I think we are misled to believe that hip hop listeners only want to listen to ass shaking rap and violent rap. I think we're misled to believe that. if someone dropped positive rap or political rap and it was put on a platform to where people could hear it and judge it, like the casual listener, I think a lot of people would be drawn to that. I remember a flute or jazz player wrote a whole essay hating on the 3K Flute album. That's crazy.
Saying that these types of lyrics shouldn't be in these songs. I can't control these people. God forbid if these rappers couldn't talk about how much money they made and their status. What are they going to talk about? World peace?
Right, yeah.
Rap music today feels so familiar that you probably already know what the rapper is going to say before you hit play.
Okay, playlist for new rap music that's done dropped. Let's see what they talking about. I caught 17 bodies last
I don't even listen to the playlist. All of that stuff be sounding the same, bro.
I'm all in the head. Ain't nobody catch me. Okay, I hope you get caught soon, my brother. Female rapper? Yeah, okay. Smack me, bend me over, run a train, choo-choo, scream my name. My sister in Christ. You might well just do porn.
Whether it's about stacking money or taking someone's man, sliding on and off, people know what to expect, and the result is people are tired. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I really don't talk about trending topics. Most of the time, there's a trendy topic in my video, but I'm always more focused on the bigger picture and how it affects society and the culture. Well, this time, Megan Thee Stallion has the people talking, so let's pull up a chair for her. So if you're not familiar with Megan Thee Stallion, she has become one of the biggest female rappers of this time. Her songs center around being
Megan is one of the few female rappers that actually move units.
Confident, sexy, and in control. And she's definitely built herself a brand.
A real hot girl know how to keep it heated.
But she got one flow. Megan, I like her music. You look at my channel. One of my first big videos, like I think the very first video that I made that crossed 100,000 views was about Megan. She can rap and she got some music that I like too. But she's like stuck on one flow. Biggie sounded nothing like Notorious 80. Yeah, I've never heard of that narrative. What is that narrative? Biggie appropriate the flow and charisma? I never heard of that. I think people are judging raps too harshly. People want deep writing. Then look at Ray Vaughn or Rod Wave. It's all sad trauma. I don't think deep writing. We want good writing, and we want different topics. I don't think Ray Vaughn's music is well written. Like I said, it comes off as trauma dumpy. It's just like he's telling us everything that's wrong in his life, which is cool. I just think there's a better way to deliver it. Really good, including the ones on the Outkast album where it was him and Big Boy. I don't think people respect how hard it is to write an entire song, 3 verses and a hook. Right, I think that's a good point, you know, Conch, because I don't think Andre 3000's ever had to do that. Write an entire album by himself. He's always kind of had Big Boy there with him. Big Boy's done it. He's written, I really like that Sorry Luscious Left Foot Chico Dusty album by Big Boy. That was a good album. Big Boy's done it, but yeah, maybe that's a part of it too. Andre doesn't know if he can write a whole album by himself. It's honestly shocking to even say it. It's shocking for y'all to hear it coming from me, but it's shocking for me to say it. Like, yo, Andre 3000, can he write a solo album? I don't know. Get called hypocrite by people, but cry when conscious rap is not popular anymore. What do you mean by that? Side question, are you excited for the Steam Machine? Yes. If you watch the beginning of this video, I had like a whole little 10-minute monologue about the Steam Machine. I'll do another monologue at the end of this stream. We still got like, what, 10 more minutes in this video. Did you listen to Wale album? Not yet. Not yet. I should have listened in the gym today, but it was a very short gym session. So I'll listen to it though for sure.
If somebody try to play with me 9 times out of 10, they gonna get their feelings hurt. You wanna make me jealous? Not gonna work. I'm a bad bitch. Where you going after this?
So when she released her new
I like this question by the degenerate Sharingan. He said, bro, I don't understand the point of this video. Old niggas and elitists have been spewing these types of talking points since the late 2000s on YouTube. Now they want real rap. I think videos like this are important. If you don't call out this type of stuff that you don't like about hip hop, if you don't call this type of stuff out, who will? It's like if you don't vote, can you complain? Right? It's like kind of that same thing. Like you didn't do anything to stop this from going off course, right? Meg is a pretty looking, that's crazy. Meg looked good, she looked good.
Girl, I'm pretty sure some people were expecting one thing, but a lot of people were expecting something different.
That's that same flow. That's that same flow.
She's in this new relationship and she just looks so in love and so
right.
happy.
Not
Not like the typical hot girl. Well, critics and fans listened and they were not happy.
We know that your body's T. We know that you have good poom poom. We know that your is bodacious into diapers.
And this is what I mean. Who did I just say that to? Degenerate Sharingan. This is what I mean. So Megan's listeners are girls like her, right? All these years, y'all have been accepting Megan's raps, talking about my body is tea, my poom poom is good, I'm shaking my cheeks. It's never been an issue. So yeah, when Megan Thee Stallion, when she's dropping another single, she's gonna give y'all what you want. If y'all didn't point it out to her before, when it was becoming successful, she's thinking that this is what y'all want, right? Now Megan, she might not even be living what she raps. Like Shorty said earlier, Megan appears to be in a very happy relationship with Klay Thompson. I doubt she's out here being a complete ratchet, but she's gonna give y'all the music she thinks y'all wants. So that's why it's important to point this stuff out. That way you signal to the artist, we want more music like this, not like that. Now, all of a sudden, Megan dropped a new song. It's just like all the other songs that worked. Now y'all tired of it? How is she supposed to know that?
Or like, we get it. We know, Megan. Please talk about something else.
That's why, Blake, I think you can complain if you pay taxes. Yeah, I agree. And I think actually if you don't vote, you can still complain. I was just trying to find like a good comparison. But yeah, I think if you vote, yeah, you can still complain. You're a citizen of the country. And yeah, you pay taxes.
Trying to figure out where was the love in Lover Girl by Megan Thee Stallion, because the way she was talking in that song was not her being a lover girl. That was her being a freaky girl, which we already know that she is.
Yeah.
Which is why I was hoping that maybe I would hear something a little bit different from her from this song, considering that the song is Lover Girl. And she sampled Kissing You by Total. Like Kim, Keisha, and Pam.
I didn't hear that, so I got to hear that. Total, that's a good song by Total. What Dom Kennedy say? Had 3 girls on me like Total, iPhone, had the Gucci case, no Boost Mobile, something like that.
Did not sing on that ballad so softly and lovingly.
Academics
for Megan to talk about patting the pum pum and popping the pum pum and 30 years later. That's not what Total did that for.
Megan, try it again. Go back and redo that. Because ain't no way you had us in a frenzy.
Yo, she got the military angry. Shorty in the army. She tired of it, man. The thing is, if Megan gave a lot, I've listened to Megan's projects before. She has a lot of different songs on her older stuff. I don't know what type of music she's making nowadays. But on her older projects, she had a lot of different, not a lot of different topics, but she switched up her topics. But the girls is tired of it, man. If you're feeling we got to get these millions, that's what Megan said. Man, Megan was lying, saying Klay was the only song she made about a dude last week. I don't know what Megan be saying, to be honest. I follow Megan on Instagram, but I don't check Instagram. I'll be going so long without Instagram, without opening it. Like the app uninstalls itself on my phone. For real. Degenerate Sharingan said, but the thing is, I'm with these types. It's just that, why did it take so long for people to even notice? People have been voicing these talking points on YouTube for the longest. Well, at least people are voicing these talking points. You know, I could say, me personally, it didn't take me long to talk about this. I've been saying some of these talking points, but people didn't watch it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure she's been saying the same thing too. Sometimes you got to hit the audience with these types of videos when they're ready for it. Not necessarily when you feel it, when they're ready for it.
Ain't no way. I didn't want to hear it on Sexy Red. I wanted to hear this is a healthy relationship. This is a mature relationship.
I like her accent too. I like her accent. She from the South.
I don't want to hear no pop that. You in a healthy relationship, leave that to them.
Megan Thee Stallion has so much appeal, no doubt. But I feel like she would pop so much more.
Yeah, Meg picks Great Beach. She be getting Raekwon samples and Ghetto Boy stuff. She just rap about nothing. Yeah, Megan is a hip hop head. Megan Thee Stallion, she's like a proper hip hop head. Like the rappers that you wouldn't expect to be super hip hop heads, actually are heads. Like Megan Thee Stallion is a head. Doja Cat is a head. Drake is a hip hop head. Like these people know a lot about hip hop and like cuts that you would not expect from them. Yeah, Meg was always one-dimensional to me. I listened to all their albums, and honestly, they can all mesh together. Or you could put different songs on different albums. Yeah, I'm not mad at that though, because one of my favorite rappers is Currency, and he definitely does the same thing, but you do get burnout. Like, I haven't listened to a new Currency project in like 2 years because I already know exactly what I'm gonna get. The only thing that makes me want to listen to a Currency project is who is the producer. Who's producing this? Because then I know, okay, I'm gonna get a new sound. Like if Currency came out with an album with Chuck English from the Cool Kids, I would listen to that immediately. If he came out with another, I don't know about Alchemist. I don't know. But if he came out, Alchemist is inconsistent, like with the beats he be giving out. But if Currency came out with some stuff like with Rock Marcy, I'll listen immediately. Produced by Rock Marcy. But yeah, just a run-of-the-mill Currency project, I get it. I get it with Megan because you do get burnout hearing the same type of thing over and over.
If she left some things to the imagination. I want more from her so bad, but at the same time, it's like I understand Hollywood and the agendas that they have to push.
Even though the song does tap into her being a lover girl and being in love,
Yeah,
it
she don't
still
go deep
sounds
into it.
like the raunchy, degrading
Pop that C for your man. Brr. Pop that C for your man. Bow, bow. Pop that C for your man. Bow, bow. This is Ice Spice, she would go. Krah. Pop that C for your man. Ah. Refrain. Why you, I don't even know what these bleeped out words are. Speaking of Where's the Love, I'll be interested in a video going over the downfall of the Black Eyed Peas and how the culture shifted away from them. Black Eyed Peas is a very important group, at least for me, because like Where's the Love, all that dropped when I was maybe in elementary school. Very different from the songs on the radio, but then they still have the big songs. Gotta get that boom, 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 or the Let's Get It Started. Yo, they had their own Sims game called the Herbs, Sims in the City. That was a great game. Black Eyed Peas. Alchemist lost it to me, especially with the slow drumless production. I think his early production was much better. I don't know. Alchemist must be really good friends with Boldy James because Boldy James seems to get all of the Alchemist's best modern beats. All of the Alchemist's best modern beats, like 90% of them, are on Boldy James' album, where Boldy James is just doing the same flow for an entire album. I can't listen to it, man.
lyrics we hear today. And it's really interesting to me that whenever anyone points this out, I've seen countless TikToks talking about what a lot of female rappers speak about today, which is, you know, their
Well, you can't be a man and say that. Yo, I'm tired of female rappers rapping about the same stuff. You can't be a man and say it, right? Because you're going to get called a raccoon, you're going to get called sexist, or they're going to be like, well, look at the man rapping. They rapping about guns, and I agree. I'm tired of the men rappers rapping about that too.
what a lot of female rappers speak about today, which is, you know, their pride.
Yo, Trent said Black Eyed Peas seem like an industry plant. What you mean? Black Eyed Peas worked their way up. Their group changed over time. Like they added Fergie, they industry plants.
Parts and so on. There's always a bunch of comments of people being like,
Yeah.
if it was a guy, y'all
The
wouldn't
male
care,
rappers,
y'all
right.
don't say anything. When it's men, y'all don't have the same energy for male rap.
This is called deflection. So instead of getting to the actual meat and potatoes of, yo, why is all the female rappers on the same type of timing, they just deflect. Well, men do it. That's why you got to be a female. You can't be a man and ask that. You got to be a woman and ask that. Because then they're much less likely to deflect with, yo, what about men? Because like their thing is like a lot of people online are just stuck in gender wars. So if you're a man saying, yo, I'm tired of women rappers rapping about XYZ, they're taking it as you're a man attacking all women. So they're going to, in response to you, attack all men. You got to be a woman and say this. Then you get a real answer. Yo, people are just, I don't want to say they're stupid, but you know.
Rappers, well,
The Herbs was Black Eyed Peas. Yo, what you mean? Yo, Conch, you can't be serious right now. You can't be serious right now. As Mozzie would say, you can't be serious. Yes, bro, this is the Black Eyed Peas. You play the game? Literally, the main menu theme music is Let's Get It Started, but it's in the Sims language. Let's see. The Herbs. Get started. It's in Sims language. They remade, the Black Eyed Peas remade their songs in Sims language. Turn this up. Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, yo, I thought you was a real ball knower.
You're in the right spot because I have that energy. Rap music today is starting to become more hurtful than impactful, and it's definitely not one-sided. Male rappers set the tone years ago.
We say things that other MCs wish they could say and want to say, scared to say because the record comes.
Who is this? Who is this rapper? Who is this? Real Black One? Who are these people? Let me know. They must be from the 80s because I don't recognize them. The Black Eyed Peas started out very hip-hop, facts. Once Fergie joined, they went more pop and EDM. Yeah, which, I mean, was very successful, right? Yeah, Conductor and Currency would be nice. Conductor and Currency, Chuck English and Currency. I just like hearing Currency work with other producers. Hear his style clash with other producers, right? But yeah, whether or not I'm gonna listen to Currency nowadays is largely based on who's producing it. It's not, oh yeah, it's not let's get it started, it's let's get retarded. Yeah, that was the original version. That's a fact.
Facts.
Yeah. That was a picture perfect edit. Cause that song went from something that I'd never get played, let's get retarded. They changed a little bit, let's get it started. Hit record. I played the Game Boy version. Oh, okay. I had the PS2 version.
Won't let them say it. So since I have my own record company, I can say anything I want. If Run DMC buddies do crap, they're not gonna say it because the record companies won't let them say it. First of all, you can't be affiliated with, but you know if it's happening, we gonna say it.
And it's only getting stronger today.
Yeah, in the Game Boy edition. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance especially, they be skimping on songs like because it's not as much storage on a cartridge.
Whether it's casual mentions of what's in the double cup, what's being rolled up or popped, maybe it's the flexing, the detachment, and
Zero says stop calling it by its corporate name.
Relationships and the casual cheating. Or we could even talk about the revenge and the territorial natures.
Drill is based on the chaotic nature and frequent incidents of violence in certain neighborhoods on the south side of Chicago, especially in the Woodlawn area, also known as Drill City. Rapper from Woodland, Pac-Man, was the first one to use the word drill for describing his single, which was released
I didn't know that.
in 2010,
I thought it was King Louis.
Drill, and unfortunately, his life ended in the exact same year.
I could go on, but I don't want to sit here and demonize or demoralize rap music
forgot about Lil
and
Pump.
the black culture because at its core, it's not the
Curtis
rap
Blow,
music.
right?
I need y'all to see the bigger picture. Back in the day, people used to rap to tell their stories, and today, they
Right.
still do. The only difference now is that there's marketing behind it. There's a label that's trying to push something. It's almost like there's an agenda being pushed to the community.
I don't think that the black
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the labels are funding rappers who are rapping about certain topics. So it's going to influence other rappers to rap about those topics to get the same or more funding. Very simple.
community will evolve collectively until we recognize what gangster rap has done to us as a culture, because music is our culture, and I want people to know that there's a distinct difference between hip hop, and gangster rap.
Yeah, gangster rap has done so much damage to black culture in America. Gangster rap. And gangster rap, it kind of comes from NWA and Ice Cube, at least on the mainstream level. But NWA and Ice Cube, like that comes from Public Enemy and Chuck D. So it's astonishing how fast Chuck D's message got bastardized from Ice Cube and then everyone else that followed Ice Cube into the gangster rap era. A lot of people won't say this. They'll pretend like, gangster rap, gangs were started as a peaceful coalition. Who cares how they were started? What are they currently doing? But gang, they started a derivative of the Black Panthers. We don't care. Well, we don't care.
We listen to today because the messaging in the music is so negative. It does nothing positive for the community. It's not even empowering. It's not even.
Bijou, Cassell. Difficult to grasp whether or not Kendrick and Drake's beef had the effect of grinding the hip hop bot apparatus to a halt, like some steam generator. You should be an author because that was very detailed writing you just said. Or if artists are afraid to drop new songs. Yeah, the Drake and Kendrick beef, I think it more so exposed the bots. But I think bots have been here as long as streaming has been here. You know what I found out recently on a side note? You can bot views on YouTube. I didn't know this. You can bot views on YouTube. Like how you bot records, you can bot views. I haven't done enough research into how people do it, but it actually, if it works how records work, it will make sense to bot views because how the algorithm works. If more people are viewing the video, YouTube is going to recommend it out more, which means off of your botted views, more people are going to see, organic people are going to see your actual video. And then based off views, you get sponsorships. So you pay money for the bots at first, but then it pay for itself. Yo, botted views coming soon. I'm just like, I didn't know you could bot views on YouTube though. Yo, all you need is a few phones to bot songs and videos. It does work the same. No, I'm saying not even you botting your own views. I'm saying there's like I guess there's a company you can go to that will bot your views. I never knew that, bro. It makes sense to do so if you're wealthy and want clout and views. It makes sense to do it even if you're not wealthy. Because when you buy it depends how much it all costs, right? But you buy the botted views. If it works how it works in music, you buy the botted views, and then the algorithm is going to push you to real people. They're going to watch it, and it's going to push it. It's going to like just continually push it out to real people. And then you're going to get sponsorships based off your views. It makes sense. Who do y'all think is botting their views on YouTube? Let me know in the comments. We got to expose them. Who do y'all think is botting their views? Y'all know for sure I'm not botting my views. I had a video that only did like 800 views a couple days, or like last week, the Glorilla video. If I was botting my views, yo, we need to get that to at least 6K. I mean, 6K is a good video for me.
Like, don't worry, little black dude, you're gonna get out the hood. It's not even that. It's like do illegal substances, your women, have some mix,
right?
Do illegal substances, praise money, money.
Yeah, I think that's a huge issue. She pointed out a lot of the same issues I have with rap messaging today. It's praise and money, sex and violence.
As everyone's trying to stand out, everyone's trying to get that top charting song. The rap is getting more extreme, it's getting more raunchy, it's getting more sexualized. There's always something good, but once it's mishandled, it can turn evil. And I believe that, yes, if we look at the outcome, rap music has been mishandled. And instead of being a vocal diary to some, it's become a marketing and clout strategy. And once that shift starts to happen, we have to ask ourselves, what effect is this actually having on people? Or
That's a huge AirPod. What AirPod generation is this? This is a huge AirPod. Somebody said, you think Mr. Beast is botting his views? I don't know. Everybody in real life that I know knows Mr. Beast, right? But it could be, maybe he botted the views. And again, like that algorithm, off the botted views, push them to real people. That's really just that's actually smart. It just depends how much it costs, right? And how much money you're going to gain from it. But it's actually smart to bot your views, depending on the ROI, right? It's a company that controls AI servers. Mark Oliver said, "We gonna bot for you." Yo, facts. Appreciate you. Yo, facts. No more videos under 1K. We need to get at least 1K. I'm gonna bot the views so every video get at least 6K, right? And then from 6K, we're gonna let that algorithm work. We're gonna get like 20K a video. Dead homies. I'm with you, but at the same time, you still got to blame the consumer. You can talk about conspiracies in the label, but it's a choice for the consumer. Well, Degenerate Sharingan, based off what we're seeing in sales and Billboard charts, the consumer is not even consuming a lot of this music. These female rappers don't be selling records like that. The only female rapper really moving records week one is like Megan. And even then, she's only doing like 55K. Like, we don't know Cardi B's real numbers. I say Cardi B because she's the biggest woman in rap to drop recently, because she put like a 5-year-old song, WAP, on her album. So that automatically brings the first week sales up because of everything WAP has accomplished. So, and then you look at the Billboard charts, according to the industry, rap is falling off of it. So I don't even think that it's the consumer that's driving this for the most part. They do share some blame. But according to the stats, the people ain't listening to this stuff like that. Bro scheming. Yeah, I'm scheming. I'm gonna do some research. Yo, you start seeing my videos hit 6 and 7K. I bought it. No, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna say that. I don't even know if that's against terms of service. I would not bot views. Either they mess with my video or they don't. I don't even know if it's a real thing. Either you mess with it or you don't. If y'all mess with it, we try again next time. That's how I'm moving. The negative messages in hip hop has been an issue since the mid 90s. I agree. A lot of people don't want to talk about the negative, like she said. A lot of people don't want to talk about the negative influences of gangster rap. They want to pretend, yo, these gangsters, they were so misguided. They were tricked by the school to prison pipeline. And, you know, they started as Black Panthers, but then they started selling crack due to the Ronald Reagan. Okay, they made choices, bro. You talking about?
Children.
What are they talking about?
Easily influenced kids are, especially when something is trendy, catchy, and cool. And when most popular rap songs are violent and hyper,
That's
becomes
crazy.
the new cool.
Yeah, if your kid, yo, this is crazy. Crazy. I'm uncomfortable even watching this. I don't want to see nothing with the kids doing this type of stuff. We don't skip ahead.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Do it for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm on that money. If I hear him
You hustling? You on that money ish? Come on, bro.
Because
Man, you pull up with the blicky. Man, if you don't go to school, you gotta stop downplaying Cardi for using WAP as a power play. She gamed the system. Yes, she gamed. Yo, the past 5 minutes, I just been giving props to people for gaming the system. I only bring up Cardi because Degenerate Sharingan, he said, yo, the people want to hear this. I don't even know if the people necessarily want to hear it when you look at the stats. When you look at the stats, you look at the charts. Skull Microwave said, I bought for Troy. I'm running this love on repeat while I sleep. Hey, salute. Yo, on repeat, run it on 2x speed too. Run it on 4x speed on repeat. That way it plays over and over and over and over and over and over.
Why are we on that money at the age of what looks like 11? Now, I watch that TikToker regularly, so I seen a notification.
F said, bro, got no sympathy for gangs. Go spin, good kid, Mad City. Yeah, I really don't have any sympathy for gangs. I have like sympathy for the people who like were really actually like child rebel soldiers and like maybe someone put a gun to their head and made them join a gang and all this. But that's like not even a significant percentage. Like I know these people. Like I'm from LA. I lived in the IE/LA. I lived in the high desert all over SoCal. Like I knew these people in school, the gang members. Like I know these people. They're in my family. Choices, bro.
Up and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch the video. And then I got even more excited because I was like, oh, look, it's a kid rapping. Like, that's cute.
I don't feel bad for you for ruining the Black community. Gangs ruined the Black community. You can't talk about crack in Black neighborhoods. Yo, I really should play Ether, but I'm not. You can't talk about gang or like crack and Ronald Reagan, crack in the hood without talking about gangs. Because the gangs was the people who was selling it in the community for the most part. If you don't believe me, go watch Freeway Rick Ross's interviews on Vlad TV. He breaks it all down. This was the kingpin in LA. This is one of the main sellers of crack in LA, right? So if you don't believe my anecdotes, go listen to the person who was actually doing it. Gangs ruined the Black community. Gangster rap has affected hip hop negatively. It's affected Black culture negatively. If I'm a raccoon for saying this, I'll be that. I'll be that.
I heard the cursing, and I'm a grandma at my core. If you watch me normally, you know.
Yeah, Red. Yeah, I let Shorty talk. We only got 3 minutes, but now y'all got me, turned up. Red C said, yo, that's disrespectful to Black Panthers. They didn't choose to be idiots like modern day rappers, people making excuses. That's a fact. And I've met Black Panthers. I've met them. Like Black Panthers are still alive. It's not like ancient history. I've met these people. It ain't the same as what y'all be comparing it to. They had different ideologies. They had different, what's the word I'm looking for? Goals. They had different goals that they were trying to meet. So I don't want to hear about how this gang came originally from this economic support group. They not doing economic support, bro. So like nowadays, so it doesn't really matter how they started, does it?
23, but I'm 85. You get it. So stuff like that isn't cute to me. I'm clutching my pearls because what do you mean you're cussing? You're a kid.
Right. You're a kid,
That's not
right?
normal,
Yeah.
right? I was scrolling through the comments and no one pointed it out. So I'm like,
Yeah.
And y'all be telling me, oh, Janae, like, it's okay. You're normal. I think like that too. Okay, well, we're like 1 in a million. Because no one sees a problem with this. But this is what children are consuming.
That's so
now,
sad.
stuff like this has made level-headed adults really step back and think about what they're consuming. Because a lot of people today are just giving up rap music completely.
Today makes 113 days that I have not listened to no rap, trap, or R&B. And honestly, it has been such an amazing experience.
She mentioned R&B in that, which you might be like, why is she no R&B? I understand no rap if you're trying to like get like the negative out, but why no R&B? A lot of R&B is on that same type timing. It's like super overly sexualized. I'm telling y'all. You see people like Q-Tip talk about the deception in NY in New York in the 90s, 1960s and 1970s, yeah. The Panthers feeding kids, protecting women by teaching self-defense, having community meetings. Yeah, the Panthers, they had their times where they was on BS at times. You know, again, I've went to conferences, watched these people speak, hug these people, shook their hands. They was on BS at times, but there was like a goal they were trying to meet, like a communal goal. One of the Black Panthers, she said like, or one of the people they asked, like, how did y'all get these like school buses to take kids to and from school? She was like, I think it was Elaine Wilson. She was like, yo, if we needed a school bus, we just commandeered a bus. Commandeered. Yo, there was at times they was out there like GTA. Yo, we stole a bus. When we needed a bus, we went and stole one. But it was with the goal of getting these kids to and from school. Not, yo, we stealing the school bus or a bus, you know, to ride around town, joyriding and all this. Like, so the Panthers, they were on BS at times, but they had like a goal. You know, so I don't want to hear about how this gang originally came from the Black Panthers. Y'all's not even on the same, like the Black Panthers wouldn't support what you was doing, my guy, at all. Big Ack, why are we talking about Ack? Ack be catching crazy strays. Big Ack went to a spook university and got an advanced biomathematics degree from Rutgers. What is a spook university? It's true, Ack does have a degree in biomathematics from Rutgers. Real R&B, not that BS is being passed off as R&B for the past 30 plus years. There's still some good R&B out there. Sir is one of my favorite from TDE. He got a lot of good stuff. A lot of modern R&B is hypersexual, but there's still a lot good, more modern R&B like Frank Ocean and stuff. Is Frank Ocean modern? That boy ain't dropped in like 10 years. Can we? DJ Mega Aim said Frank Ocean? Yeah, they ain't modern. That boy's a throwback at this point. He don't drop no music. Oh, a CIA university. How is Rutgers a CIA university? Rutgers? CIA university? Exactly, because if you can get the kids to school, you are watering the future seeds of the community. Right. So this is what I'm saying. They had a goal. They was on BS. They did some stuff at times, but it was with a goal in mind a lot of the times. The CIA placed influencers at minority gatekeeper posts. Yo, what? Yo, get your conspiracy off, man. Go ahead. Khan said that comparison is equivalent to people who say the KKK was started by the Democratic Party and Lincoln was Republican. Yeah. Yeah, like that makes Reagan a champion of the Black community, right? It's just a complete logical fallacy. But like to some people, you're not, you know who it is? It'd be the super overly pro-Black people who make it seem like you can't critique gangs for the terrible things they've done. It ain't like the people from the street. Cause I got like people who was in gangs in my family. And yeah, part of the reason I have this frame of mind is because they helped influence it. Yo, what I was doing, it was dumb. Never do that. Do something else. Like the people who was actually doing it in LA. And I'm not gonna tell you all my family history, but we're big in LA, or were at one point. You know, a lot of things happen. But these people these are the people who's telling me. But the people who have never been around this type of stuff, who is in fucking Iowa somewhere, who is just on a super pro-black, new black stuff, these are the people who will tell you, well, you can't critique the gangs. They were misled. And these, Black Panthers, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about? Nice hoodie. Oh, yeah. That Bakura. I don't know if y'all can see that. Bakura, you know what I mean? I got my girl one with Merrick. We're going to get back to the video. 2 more minutes. Then you're going to hit the chat.
Because it doesn't align with who they are or who they're trying to become. Others are letting it go because it triggers thoughts and emotions in them that they don't normally have.
This is coming from the biggest Moneybagg Yo, 21, Drake, I mean, you name it. I used to love it. When I stopped listening to it, call me weird, but I
she like black guys. You could tell by how she talked.
feel like my values of myself and other women just exploded in how much I understand our worth more.
I went like a month without rap. I realized my thinking was becoming more shallow. I realized my feelings were becoming more irritable.
And I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, I've done this before, actually. I think I did this. It was either in high school or college where I didn't listen to any rap. I think it was for a week. And yeah, when you go back listening to certain rap after that week, it affects you. Like you feel it in a different way. It's like if you don't post on social media for a long time and then you come back on social media and you read your timeline and it's like, oh, like this bullshit again. That's how it'd be like with some rap. Gotta go top 5, keep up the good work. Shout out Rap Samples. We almost done here anyway. You ain't missing too much. It's up to us to educate each other. We have the internet now. We can upload videos and blogs. I do my part. I speak out against this stuff. I'm called a raccoon for it. But I don't really care. It's just people on YouTube. So, but I do my part, bro. When you say R&B, are you talking about the term contemporary R&B? No, I'm talking about contemporary R&B, not actual rhythm and blues. I'm talking about contemporary R&B. Yeah, good point. They call Kendrick a respectability politics guy for criticizing gangs just as much as the police. A lot of the Kendrick stans, they'll never even respond to something like this, where Kendrick is criticizing gangs and gangbanging and songs like I Love Myself, which is like a gang unity. Like, yo, y'all stop doing this type of stuff. Black of the Berry, the whole message of Black of the Berry is gang members is killing each other. So why are we complaining about cops killing black people? And black people's gang members are killing each other in the community. They don't want to talk about this stuff. I'm going to talk about this stuff. They should call modern R&B something else. Definitely more pop influenced. It's modern day MK Ultra. Frequencies and sound is really underlooked to the average ear. Yeah, it's a fact. It influences your mood since it vibrates your brain. Yeah, that's any music, man. Really anything you consume. You got to watch what you consume. But yeah, when you take a break from it and you come back to it, you start to realize how it's affecting you. Like, man, now I'm listening to this, I actually feel a little more angrier. I feel like more ready to fight. Like, I feel like I'll just feel different. You know what I mean? It's called maturity, yeah. Shout out Eric. Thanks for joining the chat. We almost done here. What non-rap stuff do you bump? I listen to a lot of Best Coast. Listen to a lot of Waves. I'm listening to this album by John Handy, Hard Work jazz album. It's great. I listen to a lot of oldies, Black Keys. Yeah, I got a whole rock playlist. All American Rejects. Is it any wonder what all that? And I be listening to a lot of different stuff. My channel is just about hip hop, so that's all I talk about on here. Black of the Berry is the most radical song Kendrick has released, but they can't stomach it. Well, they take Black of the Berry, but they only take the part where he's like, yo, white people hate me, don't you? You hate my culture. They take like the anti-white stuff. They skip that last bar where Kendrick is saying, stop complaining about cops killing black people in the streets, and y'all gangbanging and killing each other. They act like that don't exist, which I don't even necessarily agree with Kendrick's perspective on that. I don't think like that. I think you can complain about both, but it's his perspective to have. But they skipped that part, man. Fun fact, Kendrick is a member of the Pyru. He speaks in Pyru code. Kendrick's not a gang member. He grew up in Westside Pyru, but he's not affiliated. I mean, he says it in all his music.
But to me, the power of the tongue is strong. And I truly believe that what you listen to can have an effect on your mind, your thoughts, your actions.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
a
of
fact.
people have said that this type of music makes them feel angry
Yeah.
or prideful, lustful, or just puts them in a bad mood in general.
I remember
Yeah.
being in church one time,
Mm-hmm.
and the preacher says, faith comes by hearing the word of God. Well, if your faith comes by hearing whatever you're hearing, then all we hear is what we hear.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from the time we wake up. We'll go to work and we'll play this music.
Yeah.
We'll get in the car.
Yeah, listening to certain rap first thing in the morning is crazy. I gotta ease into it. You know, certain rap, not all rap. I can listen to Fonte. I can listen to certain rap, Blue. But certain stuff is only for the gym. Like Chief Keef, Back from the Dead, that's gym only. Even a lot of Draco the Ruler songs, gym only. You know what I mean?
And we play this music. So it's almost like a spell that's being put on us.
I think a lot of people forget that music doesn't just flow through your ears, it flows through your spirit too. So maybe the problem isn't that rap music went too far.
Right.
Maybe it just lost its direction. Because
Hmm.
rapping back in the day used to be personal and vulnerable. But now it seems like it's pushing an agenda. And I know all
Yeah.
rap music is
And it's like acting. Like the City Girls, bro, these people's actors, man. They're not rapping their authentic
back in the day
experience.
used to be personal and vulnerable. But
Hold on, look at
now
this.
it's
So you got the City Girls, like they rapping. They obviously they're in a strip club. They're playing the role of strippers. Oh, we some strippers rapping and we ratchet. Like they here with the rapper, with the lockers. This is a strip club, but y'all are not strippers, bro. I don't know what y'all done in y'all past life. Young Miami is related to Trina. I'm gonna guess she's never had to strip for money. I don't know the chick, but y'all not strippers. See, and it's nothing wrong with a stripper rapping. But if an actual stripper were rapping, it would be more hip hop than what y'all are doing. Because if an actual stripper was rapping, yeah, she's gonna give you this side, or she's flexing her money, but she's also gonna give you the side that you don't see as strippers, that you ain't considered, the abuse, the neglect, the loneliness. Like she's gonna give you the actual authentic side of being a stripper. That's more hip hop than y'all cosplaying as strippers.
seems like it's pushing an agenda.
Y'all cosplaying as strippers, bro. What's the first song you clicking on a hard workout type day? Monster by Chief Keef? Or I Don't Know Them by Chief Keef? Who is these niggas? I don't know them. That's gym only though. I can't be listening to that in my regular life. You know what I mean? Do you listen to the Beach Boys? Nah. I think a lot of white artists from that era are overrated. Bob Dylan, the Beach, he can't sing like that, and his lyrics is overrated. The Beach Boys, even some of the Beatles stuff. I like the Beatles psychedelic rock albums. I find a lot of it overrated, to be honest. I think, a lot of that stuff was happening during the funk era. You had Stevie Wonder out, you had Marvin Gaye out. Why am I listening to Bob Dylan, bro? This is not even, like, come on, man. I think Dot roll all Keem's song personally, all of them. That's why Keem ain't dropped a new album. I don't be listening to Baby Keem, or Keem, yeah, not Baby. We don't call these men Baby. I don't be listening to Keem's music, so I can't even comment on that. People will never be free until they call themselves out as hypocrites and grow from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Then the system can't pimp you for $1. Oh, you talking about to pimp a butterfly, ain't you?
And I know all rap music isn't like this, but isn't it crazy that the most degrading ones are the ones that's being pushed?
Yeah,
the most?
right. That's
Thank you
what I'm
for tuning
saying.
into the Girl Talk You Didn't Know You Needed. I would love to hear your classy thoughts down below. Do you think rap
Girl
music
talk.
is not about the music anymore? Do you listen to rap music? If not, why?
I listen to rap
personally,
music.
I used to listen to a little bit of it back in the day, but now I don't, because I'm not gonna hold y'all, the lyrics can be a bit too much for a Christian.
Yeah, that's how my mom is. My mom, she listened to rap. Like the first time I ever saw Stillmatic by Nas, my mom had it. The album with the pigeon. And as a kid, I was like, why is there a pigeon on this album cover? Like, I just never understood it. I still don't understand it. But yeah, my mom, she listened to rap at first. But I think at a certain point, she just stopped listening to a lot of it.
Woman like me. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
Oh yeah, show her some love like that video. See, she talking about girl talk. If I like the video, we gonna like it, but I don't want to get pushed into your girl talk. But salute, that was a good video. She encompassed a lot of things that I actually been saying and I agree with. I'm glad this video has this many views. 454K. People need to see this and consider what they're listening to. I like the Beach Boys, The Who. Yeah, The Who is nice. I like the Doors. Pink Floyd is nice. Yeah. If I gotta think. I like Weezer, some of Weezer's stuff too, but they're like more so 90s, 2000s, right? I don't think modern pop music would have been the same without the Beatles. I don't deny the Beatles' influence, right? They got some albums I like. I had to take a class on the Beatles in college, and then we had to do an essay that was basically an album review. So I've reviewed I've listened to all their music, all their albums, but it just ain't on the level of Stevie Wonder. It ain't on the level of Smokey Robinson. It ain't on the level of Marvin Gaye. I Want You album, What's Going On, Songs in the Key of Life. Like, it's not on that level. I mean, musically, to me, at least. I don't think rap is dying. I just think it's going in cycles. In the 2000s, when trap was rising, people said rap was dying. But in the 2010s, there was a resurgence. Right? We just need that resurgence. There was a resurgence in the 2010s because we got like a huge wave of like 20 new rappers who was all fire and who all had success on a mainstream level at some point. It was probably like 20. I say 20, just a random number, but it was probably literally 20. From Wale to Wiz to Future to Nicki. I didn't even mention Kendrick and Cole and Drake. That's why we had that resurgence. We haven't had that right now. And it don't look like we're going to have it for another couple years. Beatles ain't got no soul. It is not my type of music, but they do have, let me see that Beatles album that I like. It's been a while since I heard it. The Beatles. But it was like their psychedelic rap, or not rap, psychedelic rock album. It would have been, let me go to their discography. Yeah, Abbey Road, I wasn't really huge on that. Let me see. It might have been Rubber Soul. No, it was this one, Sgt. Pepper's. This is the Beatles album that I liked. Sgt. Pepper's. And I like Revolver too. Now, was it Revolver or was it Rubber Soul? I forget which other one I liked, but this one for sure. Yeah, Sgt. Pepper's. By 2028, we're going to have like 20 new rappers when rage/trap is more saturated. That's not going to be a resurgence in rap. If we get more rage and trap rappers. That's not the future of rap. I don't understand how people like Future but don't like Ozzy. Ozzy was a blues artist that did rock and Future is a short form writer disguising poems as rap songs. Oh, you talking about Ozzy Osbourne? Well, it's a different music genre, so that's why. I mean, that's why people like Future, but not Ozzy. I didn't listen to much Ozzy. He had a show on MTV that was interesting. I used to think they were vampires when I was a kid. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne and Kelly Osbourne. I used to think they was vampires for real. Do you ever miss a blunt and a fire playlist? Yeah, I do miss weed. I haven't smoked weed since May 2021. I enjoyed weed, bro. You know, I did enjoy weed, and I miss it at times, but I don't crave it. I stopped smoking weed. I forgot why I even stopped, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna just stop for now. And I just never got back to it. And now that I'm so far along with it, like going on 5 years, I just feel like I can't break this streak now. Like I just can't break the streak. But yeah, it's an expensive hobby. I spend my money on like different things now. But yeah, I do miss weed though. But I'm the type of person, like if I start smoking weed again, it's not gonna be like, yo, I smoke every so often. Now I'm gonna be back to smoking like 4 blunts a day. And that's just not what I'm trying to do right now. And I think part of the reason why I stopped smoking was I started a new job and it was like a difficult job. And I wanted to, during that training phase, I needed to be fully present, be fully there. So, which I was. And I accomplished that pretty well. So yeah, shout out to weed though. I have nothing against you. I don't even know what today's weed is hitting like. It's been 5 years almost. I would think it's like some new, totally different weed out there, man. Troy smoked so much weed, he forgot why he stopped. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I literally forgot why I stopped. But I know one of the reasons I didn't pick it back up in 2021 was because I got a new job. So I was like, I need to be like present during this training. So yeah. And the training lasted like 4 months. Like the probationary period was like maybe like 6 month probationary period. So yeah, anyways, yeah. Yeah, someone else in the comments is confused, like Ozzy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I think the modern rap version of Ozzy would be Playboi Carti. Nah, you can't. Nah. I just don't respect Playboi Carti's music. I say a lot of stuff about him that's not true, like in terms of how popular he was. I didn't know he was that popular. I just don't respect him musically. Blunts, you seem like a tailor. Wear the papers. I smoked a lot of papers too, but you know, when I smoked, the blunts just hit harder, man. I feel like I was getting more bang for my buck. They burn slower. It hits you heavier. You know, you smoke a blunt, you really feel like you just went through something. Whereas you smoke a paper and it's just kind of like, oh, I could do that again. A blunt, it sits you down. But again, that was back in the day. I don't encourage smoking, but you know, shout out to weed. Behu said, I despise weed. Every time I smoked it around people, the conversation would just warp towards everyone plotting my murder in cold talk. You smoking that paranoid weed. You smoking that paranoid weed. I love weed because, you know, we get our weed from the Bay Area. So it was always great cannabis. And I would go to cookies. Like Burner had cookies even back then. I'll just go to Burner, go to cookies. I was smoking the same stuff Wiz Khalifa smoking. I'm smoking better than a lot of these rappers. Yeah, that nicotine buzz. Yeah, true. Carti's absolutely lazy and trash musically. He's a genius for tapping into a crowd of people who have no idea what real music sounds like and have obvious abandonment issues by how he treats them. To me, Playboi Carti is just like frat rap. This is like what the frat guys listen to in college, like Travis Scott, Playboi Carti. You know, these are people who still think Tyga is a poppin' rapper. I just don't respect, you know, Tyga. Like, oh, Tyga, like that you play some Tyga like Rack City. You know what I mean? This is like Playboi Carti's fan base to me. So I just don't respect it in general. This is why I speak so badly about Playboi Carti. Khan said he got mad psychosis like twice from weed and quit. What is psychosis? Let me see if I ever got psychosis. Psychosis. Mental health condition characterized by disconnection. Oh, I had that happen once. Disconnection from reality. Marked by hallucinations, delusions, and disorganized thinking or behavior. Actually, I think I had that happen like twice. One time I really got disconnected from reality. It's hard to even explain what I felt. And then, yeah, I told y'all last stream, one time I got so high, I forgot how to read for like a couple hours. I was scared because I was in college. I was like, how am I going to pass like my midterms, bro? I can't even read. I was looking at this poster on the wall and it was just like symbols. It was like I was reading like ancient Mayan text or hieroglyphs or something. So yeah, I've definitely had that happen from weed. There are just better things to do nowadays and better ways to spend my money. I do think one day I'll go back to smoking weed, but again, I'm going on year 5. In May, it'll be 5 years no weed. And again, I was buying more weed than everybody. Like I was probably like top 5 weed purchasers in my city. I was literally buying like an ounce every like week and a half and smoking it by myself. I'm not like matching with people all the time. Like an ounce to myself every week and a half, 2 weeks. You know, good stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's just better ways to spend money nowadays. And the thing is, I have more money to spend on it now than I did back then. But you know, we'd buy other things. I just bought the new John Morant shoes, the Ja 3s. I'm not even a big shoe person. So I wear the same shoe every day. Like I got a pair of New Balance 500s that I wear pretty much everywhere. Like I'm not a big shoe person or a big fashion person. But I bought these. Yeah. And I find it very fun trying to match this shoe because I don't know what to wear with it. You know, I follow Sneaker Bay on Twitter. And I'll be seeing her shoes and I'll be like, all right, like, she got some nice shoes. Let me try buying some nice shoes too. So I bought the Ja 3s. I got an all gray sweatsuit fit that I'll wear with this. Gray goes good with this, but I don't know how to match this shit with anything. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I just spend my money on other things nowadays. Shout out to Cannabis Store. We're going to get back to you one day. But we're going to hit this 5-year mark first. The 100K sub celebration, Blunt gonna smack. 100K subs is so far from now, bro. I just want the plaque so I can post it up. I can put the plaque on the wall right here. YouTube, 100K. That's a long time from now, though. A lot of people who unsubscribed from the channel, you know, back during the whole, I don't know why they unsubscribed, but there was a time where everybody hated me. They're coming back now. I read the comments. Yo, man, my fault for unsubscribing. I'm back, you know. Yo, come back. Yo, we accept all people back, man. It's no hate over here. I ain't feeling those John Morant shoes. Yeah, I looked at them first, and my first instinct was to hate on them. Like green shoe, lime green shit, it's the ugliest shit. But then I stopped, and I was like, okay, I don't have any shoes like this. Let me go ahead and try these out. Then I had to go find something to match with it. I don't understand. Are these better than the Kobe Grinches? What are you saying shoe terms? I don't know shoes, bro. No, they do look like the Kobe Grinches. Wow. They look just like them. You just put me on. Dang, these is $2,000 though. These is $2,400. The Josh shoes was like $140. The white with the gold check are fire. Yeah, I saw those in a Finish Line. You talking about these? I saw these at my local. I almost bought these. Anthony, I think I'm a sneaker. No, I'm not a sneakerhead. I almost bought these too, the Anthony Edwards joints. Which ones were they? I think it was blue. I think it was this though. But I was like, I already don't know how to match my other green shoes. So let me chill. I didn't buy those. Let me chill. I'm not an impulse buyer. Yeah, shout out Sneaker Bay. She follows me for some reason. I don't know why she follows me. I don't know anything about sneakers, bro, but shout out to her. I also love re-listening to Herbie Hancock's 1970 album, Headhunters. You just put me on. I got to go listen to that. Herbie Hancock, Headhunters. Then there's another pair. The check was gold. Let me see. And then I'm going to get y'all out of here. Dude. Shout out for y'all still sticking around. We still got a lot of people. I'm just talking about shoes and stuff. Ja 3 gold check. Let me see. I should look up Ja 3 colorways, huh? Let me see. Ja 3 colorways. With the gold check. I don't know which ones you talking about. For real. Let me see what you're talking about on time. Oh, this is a video. I got some New Balance 500s. Those are my favorite shoes. New Balance 500s. Let me show y'all those. New 500. You see me out, I'm gonna have these on. I got these are the ones I got. This is me right here. I'll wear this everywhere. I got 3 pairs. I got one pair I wear to the gym. I got one pair I'll just wear outside, and I got another pair for when those expire. Hard 9s are tough. Hard 9s. I didn't even know James Harden had shoes. Harden 9. Okay. See, my first instinct was to hate on these too, but let me not even. With a good outfit, you can get this fit off. But anyway, that's all we got for the day. Yeah, I stopped myself from buying the other Jaws and from buying the Anthony Edwards. I'm cool on shoes. I'ma just, we saving up. I'm trying to buy a house in Rancho Cucamonga, so we saving up. So anyway, that's all I got for the day. Make sure y'all go watch them videos on the channel. We got plenty of new videos. We got a banger videos. Any video above that gets like 20K, for me, is considered a banger. I'm not sure about some other channels, they get 20K per video. Me, 20K is a banger. So this is going to be 20K by tomorrow. Inshallah. So make sure y'all go watch my banger video. Hit like, hit the hype button. I think the hype button's like right here. I can't hype my own videos, so it's not an option. That's all I got for today. Thank y'all for joining. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.